What is that boy talking about now? Or he, she, whoever she is.
Absolutely. I don't understand what's going on, Mama. I have no idea why this fool is so obsessed with me.
He a hood bugger. And he also is a monitoring spirit.
Listen, make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I'm back to talk about he, she, or she, he. Miss Yolanda, honey, okay, is out here dragging our girl, honey, Miss Melody Cherie. Child, like I said, the people is chopping up her content, child, and putting it all up and through the Facebook, child. So anyways, honey, without further ado, let's get off into it. Listen. All right, so Yolanda, honey, is dragging the content creators that are reading the documents about her court case against Melody. Now, isn't that something? Now, this is Yolanda. Yolanda don't want nobody to reveal the truth about her. And the truth needs no proof. How you doing? Yolanda does not like having a bad reputation. Okay? She won't do the work to change how others feel about her. That's too much like right? But yeah, that's why you got an issue with the people reading the court documents, child. It's a mess. Yolanda also denies being under investigation. Yolanda also talks some trash about her former employer that let her go for going live at work. Yolanda also says that all the content where she is being talked about and discussed is helping her case against Melody. It's helping her to get a favorable result against Melody. Yolanda also says Melody is now throwing her fans under the bus to escape accountability. Now, what does she need to be accountable for since you are suing her because you can't move on with your life, okay? You insist on being a demon, a Chucky, a little buddy, a monitoring spirit. Like, make it make sense, okay? Yolanda says she wants to see how many of Melody's fans are going to be loyal to her and not watch the show. Just crazy, honey. Crazy. You can't make these things up. She'll hood bugger. Absolutely. Yolanda is still acting obsessed with Melody. Made fun of Melody saying she would fly people to court to testify. Says Melody is desperate to win this case. Child, I don't believe nothing that Yolanda is saying. Okay, it's not giving. Okay? It's not giving. You don't even have the right, really, to sue Melody. Okay? I think these narcissists, these monitoring spirits, they need to learn the word no. But, honey, when you tell these people no, you know, they will go on a smear campaign against you. We saw it with Martell, Ariane, Latifah, Destiny, and you can add Yolanda, honey, to the list. Okay, Yolanda also says Empress Radio is back reviewing the show. Okay. She says she told Empress to get her check. These people always saying that they go stop reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville. I never believe them. Yeah, I'm gonna separate myself from that show. I don't want nothing to do with that show. I don't need the subscribers. I got a lot of subscribers. I don't need Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm bigger than the show. Yolanda tells Miss Nell to be careful. Okay. And last but not least, we saw this coming, but Yolanda congratulates Ariane on getting the opportunity to film the show. What show is that? Love and Mary Chanceville. She still has not made an appearance. Okay. But Yolanda is going to congratulate her because now they are showing a picture of her and not a picture of her in her cage. Okay? A mess. All right, y'all. So let's shake a bone and get the hell on. We got Miss Kenya Moore. She recently did a live. I don't know if she was really live. Twirl didn't know if she was on Instagram or if she was on YouTube. I said, ooh, child, Twirl. Twirl. But Twirl drags Cynthia and says that Cynthia cannot be trusted. Yep, this is Cynthia that she was in an alliance with. But yeah, Twirl says Nene was right. Cynthia can't be trusted. And Kenya, I'm just like, are you oblivious to how you look, to how childish you look? Well, Cynthia threw me under the bus and, you know, to save herself. And, girl, she ain't got to save herself. Cynthia is not the one going around doing problematic shit. Now, Kenya will not be on season 17. Ain't that something? She will not be on season 17. And that's really sad because they need Kenya. They need Nene. They need somebody. Porsha cannot carry this show. Okay, she can't carry it. Oh, and speaking of Porsha, Porsha is being dragged for being a part of the scheme, okay, to take down Britt Edie. Because y'all remember on part 2 of the reunion, she mentioned to Andy, you know, she was going to try to help Kenya to expose Britt, but she didn't know what they were going to do. She was shocked that all those photos of Britt ended up on the poster board. So you had something to do with setting Britt up, but Porsha is a fake-ass bitch that can't be trusted. You can't trust her as a friend with your husband, with nothing. Okay, because what did she do? If she was supposed to be Team Kenya, right? Having Kenya's back to come up against Britt, what did she do once Kenya got fired? Befriended Britt and taken all these pictures with her. Then Kenya came out and dragged her. Make it make sense. It's a mess. Okay, so let's see what the people think about Porsha, honey. One person says Porsha is a liar and somewhat slow in my opinion. Another person says the only reason why they didn't hold Porsha accountable at the reunion is because to spend more time on the Pixen stuff that would ultimately cost Bravo money during litigation. Child, I guess, honey, but Porsha, she ain't no good. She can't be trusted. A lot of people, like I said, they're dragging her. She's never loyal to Kenya. It's like, Kenya, give it up. You can't trust Porsha. She don't like you. Okay, and did y'all see how Porsha tried to throw Drew under the bus at the reunion? And Drew, you do look like you did that because you didn't deny it, though. You didn't say, I ain't had nothing to do with giving Kenya Britt Edie's photos. I ain't had nothing to do with that. Kenya did that on her own. She never denied doing it. That's what made Drew look bad. But Porsha is very calculated and sneaky. Because her big ass had just hugged Drew, right? And then she went and hugged Drew and, oh, I shouldn't have came at you. I was so wrong. All of that, right? Just to throw Drew's ass under the bus and be like, yeah, she was helping. she was helping Kenya. Bitch, you was helping Kenya too to expose Britt, Edie. Okay, who this hoe? Okay, what did Kenya say? Who is this hoe? So yeah, it's like, Porsha, you ain't no better than Drew. You ain't no better than Kenya. So another person says, I think Porsha knew Kenya was gonna crash out, but she didn't know when exactly she was going to crash out. Yeah, maybe Porsha was shocked by the poster board. But it's like, girl, you fake, cause you was, y'all was getting ready to snake old Brit. Okay, y'all didn't like her talking about them weapons, and she was wrong. She should have got suspended, some type of consequence for talking to Kenya like that. But they wanted Kenya out, and I'm not really all that team twirl, when it comes to all this. I'm team twirl when it comes to the whole Brit situation. But Kenya played her hand wrong when she began judging Nene, okay, for the same shit that she going through. Because, girl, Andy ain't fighting for you like that. And the same way Andy see Nene, he see you like a liability, okay? They ain't even invite you to be back on this next season. And for Kenya to be so mad with Cynthia, though. Yeah, well, she told my business to somebody. What did she tell? What did she tell? Okay? She told my business Nene was right. That's what your ass get for trying to triangulate inside of Nene and Cynthia's friendship. You had malicious intent, Kenya, and you reap what you sow. I don't feel bad for Kenya when it comes to Cynthia. Because you loved you some Cynthia, honey. When she snaked Nene for you. You loved her then. You was over there washing her dirty drawers. Okay, so make it make sense. It's a mess. So another person says, Porsha wants everyone gone that poses a threat. Kenya at her big age, mine too, should have known better, and it's time for her to stop playing the mean girl. And now she sees what playing the mean girl gets you. Yeah. And Andy, he didn't call Porsha out at that reunion because if you notice all throughout the reunion, Andy is team Porsha and team Phaedra. He cares about them. Everybody else, he will sink. Look at Drew Sidora hanging to dear life, honey, at the end of that couch. Okay? Make it make sense. Oh, Porsha also put out there that Kenya released Britt's underage photos, so which was a big old lie. And yeah, it's like, Porsha, you whack for that. You should have just stayed up out of that. But yeah, like when you say stuff like that on your YouTube channel, it looked like you trying to get Kenya in trouble. You talking about you was trying to help her. Now, Kenya actually shouted Porsha out in her YouTube video for defending her and trying to have her back with the whole Britt Edie fiasco. But, Kenya, girl, it looked like Porsha was trying to snake you, boo-boo. Okay? It's a mess.